Good afternoon. Sir Keir Starmer said the hard yards start now after President Trump dropped his threat of tariffs over Greenland. He's holding talks with the Danish Prime Minister at Chequers this afternoon to discuss the developing situation. We can speak now to our political reporter Jasmine Cameron-Chaleshi in Westminster. Jasmine, how much influence does the PM think he can have on what happens next in Greenland?
Well, that's the big question that UK officials are grappling with at the moment as they have to deal with an increasingly unpredictable US administration. There have been a feeling that there have been gains in the UK-US relationship, with progress being made, for example, over the trade deal. But the events over the past few days have really strained some of those assumptions. Now, the PM is meeting with his Danish counterpart today, and in that meeting, he argued that there was still a strong sense of agreement between the US and European allies when it came to strengthening Arctic security.
In terms of recent developments and the withdrawal of the threat of tariffs, I see that as a reflection of pragmatism, common sense, and sticking to our values and our principles. The hard yards now finding a better way forward.
Now, the US says that they've agreed a loose deal over the entire Arctic region. The PM and those close to him believe that the diplomacy on the part of the UK behind the scenes is in large part how we've got to this point. But there are still lots of unanswered questions about what this deal looks like in practice, whether or not it will hold, and how much real influence European countries like the UK can have in outlining its terms.
Jasmine, thank you. Donald Trump's rollercoaster visit to Davos took on a new theme today as he outlined the vision for his so-called Board of Peace. It was only last night that he dropped his threats of tariffs over Greenland after a deal was apparently struck. The exact details of that remain unclear. Instead, the US president has focused his attention on wars he says he wants to end. Mr. Trump said his board would work with the UN on issues like Gaza and hinted that a resolution to the war in Ukraine could be on the horizon. But controversially, when asked by ITV News, he appeared to confirm that Russia's President Putin will be on the Board of Peace. Our economics editor, Joel Hills, is at the summit in Davos. Joel, some big announcements from the president this morning. Talk us through them.
Yeah, it's hard to keep up, isn't it? Yesterday, President Trump was ending a trade war that he himself had begun several days earlier. Today, he's talking about world peace. Representatives from 19 countries, including Argentina, Qatar, Pakistan and Turkey, joined Trump on stage here at Davos to sign the Board of Peace into existence. It was originally conceived to bring peace to Gaza and manage the reconstruction there. Indeed, interestingly, Trump's son-in-law, Jared Kushner, popped up on stage showing off some mocked-up images of what a new Gaza might look like. This organisation is hugely controversial because it's got Trump's fingerprints all over it. He's the chairman, he holds the ultimate right of veto, he alone appoints member countries, and he'll appoint his own successor as and when the time comes. Trump did confirm that he expects Vladimir Putin, who's wanted, of course, for alleged war crimes, to join up, and that's one of the reasons why Britain says it is not taking part. It's interesting to note that Germany, France, Italy, Sweden, Norway, many countries in Europe actually are staying on the sidelines for now. Earlier, President Zelensky flew into Davos. He's due to start a speech here at the World Economic Forum shortly. He met with Trump. That invasion that Russia made of Ukraine 4 years ago now. Trump earlier suggested that war may be coming to an end.
We have peace in the Middle East. Nobody thought that was possible. We've settled 8 wars, and I believe another one's coming pretty soon. You know what that is? The one that I thought was going to be an easy one has turned out to be probably the most difficult.
And do we know any more about the deal on Greenland, which Mr. Trump mentioned last night?
Yeah, Donald Trump played hardball, didn't he, with Europe, and he insists he's got what he wanted, but it's far from clear exactly what has been agreed. If you speak to Denmark, they will tell you that their sovereignty is absolutely unaffected. Their ownership of Greenland, if you want to see it in those terms, still holds. Earlier I spoke to the Foreign Minister, Yvette Cooper, and she says she's not aware of any concessions that have been made as a result of the tariff threat that Trump was making. The details will emerge at some stage. NATO has agreed to increase its military presence around Greenland, but frankly, that was on the table and being discussed before Donald Trump threatened a single tariff.
Joel Hills, thank you.